Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. I am Nurzahida and I'm the leader of the group. For this project, I contribute to data collection, data manipulation, data exploration, preparing the meeting minutes and also task coordination to ensure all assigned tasks will complete on time by tracking progress and following up with group members.
Hi and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Marsha Binti Ahmad Munauwar, and in this assignment I helped with the questionnaire distribution, analysis of data visualization and its results. I wrote the introduction and background of the data in the report, and I'll also be presenting on the data visualization for question 1.
Hi, my name is Dania Marsha Binti Zulkarnain, and for this project I handle the distributing of the questionnaire and also the data manipulation, data exploration and data cleaning part in the report.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Aimi Balqis Binti Norazman. In this project, I contribute to data collection like constructing and spreading the survey. I also help in data exploration, data visualization, drawing conclusions and preparing these presentation slides.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Siti Zubaidah binti Mohammad Zamri. For this project, I created a Google form that included numerical, categorical and related skill questions. I shared the data in Excel with my group mates through WhatsApp. I also help with data visualization and discuss with my group members.
Hi guys, my name is Nurzahida Binti Sani. As for me, I contributed to the data collection process by distributing the questionnaire to gather responses from students. I was also responsible for the data visualization part as well as designing the presentation slides to ensure the information is presented clearly and effectively.
Hi everyone, my name is Mohammad Iznulhakimi. For this project, I contributed by distributing the questionnaire through student social media groups and took part in creating the slide. I also worked on data cleaning, visualization in R, and summarizing key findings about medicated oil and its usage.
Hi everyone, my name is Nabil Imran bin Redzuan, and in this project, I contribute in creating the questionnaire, distribute it to respondents, and work on data visualization.
Hi everyone, I am Zarif bin Nekman, and in this project, I contributed to collecting data by distributing the questionnaires form through my social media, and on top of that, I also contributed to preparing and designing the presentation slides in order our findings are presented smoothly.
Hi there, it's me again, Aimi. First, let's get to know the background of our project. For this project, we take medicated oil, or often known as minyak angin in Malaysia, as our main focus. Yes, you are right. Our project's title is Usage and Perception of Medicated Oil, a Consumer Survey. Some of you might not be familiar with medicated oil or minyak angin. So, what is it? Medicated oil is a type of topical oil infused with herbal or pharmaceutical ingredients designed to relieve various physical ailments. It is commonly used in traditional medicine systems, especially in Southeast Asia and China. So, did you see some familiar brands? Tiger Balm, minyak angin cap kapak, Vicks Vapor Rub, and minyak yuyi cap limau. People often use it to relieve headaches and other reasons as listed on the screen. From the survey, we managed to collect 50 responses. The goals of this study are to explore consumer behavior, preferences, and perceptions regarding the use of medicated oils, as the survey captures key insights into the frequency of use, application methods, trusted brands, preferred purchase locations, perceived effectiveness of medicated oils, affordability of medicated oils, and the likelihood of continued use provides a clear picture into consumer loyalty and satisfaction. Data are collected through questionnaires using Google Form, and we targeted first-year students of BEC 24-25 in University Malaya. The survey has a total of 10 questions, 9 if the respondents answered yes, and 2 questions if the respondent answered no for the first question. So all 10 questions are a combination of numerical, categorical, and allied scale questions. As you can see down below, these are the questions included in the questionnaire of survey. There are also the types of questions at the end of each question. If you are one of the respondents, this will be your view of the form. This page shows the questions needed to be answered if you have used medicated oil. Well, this page is when you never used medicated oil. It's only 2 questions as I already explained before. Then that's all from me. After this, my friends will explain how we use the 50 data collected from the survey using the basics of programming. Thank you.
Before we begin exploring the data, we first perform data manipulation to make sure that the data set is easy to read and analyze. In our original dataset, we removed the first 2 columns, which are date and time and email accounts, because these 2 columns are irrelevant to our research. So these changes help to make the dataset looks more clean and organized, making it more manageable for the next steps. So After that, we use call names function to rename the header from question 1 to question 10. This is done for simplification and to make them easier to refer during the analysis process later. So overall, this step helped us prepare the dataset and ensure that our later analysis would be more accurate and meaningful.
For the data exploration part of our group project, I worked on understanding our dataset, which we named Angin. I used several R functions to explore its structure and quality, and here is how each one helped us. First, I used supply to apply a function to each column in the dataset. For example, supply Angin class help us understand the type of data in each column, whether it is numeric, character, or integer. This was useful to plan our analysis accordingly. Next, summary provided a quick overview of each variable, including the minimum, maximum, mean, and quartiles for numeric variables. It helped identify any outliers or unusual values early on. Next is dim. This function returns the dimensions of the dataset. For our dataset, dim Angin gave the result 5010, meaning there are 50 rows and 10 columns. Initially, the dataset had 12 columns, but we removed 2 irrelevant ones during the data manipulation process. Next is names. This function lists all column names in the dataset. After initial data manipulation, which will remove unnecessary columns and renaming them with call names, we used names Angin to confirm the updates. Next, sum isna calculates the total number of missing values in the dataset. For Angin, it returned 50. These missing values occurred because 5 respondents answered no to the first question and were directed to a follow-up question instead, skipping the rest. Next, miss-bar summary. This function from the Dania package provides a summary of missing values for each variable. It shows both the number and percentage of missing values in each column. Next, bis_miss, also from the Dania package, creates a visual map of missing data in the dataset. It clearly shows which values are missing and in which rows and columns, making it easier to spot patterns in the missingness. Lastly, we use boxplot function to detect outliers visually for numeric and integer questions, which are question 5, 8, and 9.
Next step is data cleaning. It was initiated to address any inconsistencies, missing values, and outliers, ensuring the dataset was reliable for analysis. A total of 15 missing values were identified in the dataset during the data exploration phase. To handle this, all rows containing any missing values were removed using a drop-null approach. This method ensures that only complete cases rows without any missing entries are retained in the dataset, improving the quality and consistency of subsequent analysis.
This section focuses on how we used R to turn raw data into clear and meaningful visuals. Data visualization helps us identify patterns and communicate results more effectively. Throughout the next few slides, you'll be seeing me and my friends show different types of visualizations, from pie charts to bar graphs, alongside with the R codes that we use to create them. Okay, so I'll be walking you through the visualization for question 1 by using a pie chart created from R. From the response collected, we found that 45 out of 50 participants have used medicated oil. We chose a pie chart to clearly represent the proportion of users. To create this, we first used the table function to count the responses for question 1. Then we customized the labels by combining the answer choices with the number of respondents using paste. Finally, we used the pie function to generate the chart and added CAX equals to 1.5 to make the text easier to read.
For question 2, we used a pie chart to show the responses from 5 people who said they don't use medicated oil. 2 respondents said they had never heard of it, another 2 were not sure how to use it, and 1 person said they never needed it. We used R programming to generate the chart, using functions like table to count the responses and pie to create the visualization. The chart helped us clearly see that lack of awareness and uncertainty were the main reasons. For question 3, we created a bar chart to show the different reasons why people use medicated oil. The most common reason was for headaches, followed by body aches and bloating. Only a few people mentioned using it for insect bite and menstrual pain. In R, we used the table function to summarize the data and bar plot to display it in a clear and colorful chart. This helped us understand which health issues are most commonly treated using medicated oil.
For question 4, we wanted to find out which medicated oil brands are most trusted by respondents. We used R programming to create a bar plot for visualization. As shown in the chart, Cap Kappa stands out as the most trusted brand, with 15 respondents selecting it. UE Oil comes in second with 10, followed by Freshca with 8. Meanwhile, Tiger Balm and Vicks received 6 votes each. We use the bar plot function in R to generate this chart, organizing the brands in ascending order of frequency to make the comparison clearer. Let's look at how often respondents actually use medicated oil in a week. To explore this, we analyzed the weekly usage patterns reported by the respondents using histogram. As we can see, the peak of the distribution is at 1 time per week, indicating that most respondents use medicated oil occasionally. We also noticed that 2 to 4 times per week is a fairly common usage range among respondents, and very few respondents reported using it daily or not using it at all. Hence, the visualization was made using our programming with the HIST function helping us organize and display the data in a clear and readable format.
Additionally, for question 6, which asks about the preferred method of medicated oil application, to visualize this, we use our programming to generate a bar plot using the bar plot function. As you can see from the chart, the methods evaluated were applying directly to the skin, using it for body massage, roll-on application, and mixed with other oils. The purple bars represented the numbers of respondents for each method. The tallest bar with 31 respondents indicate that the majority prefer applying it directly to the skin. This method likely appeals because it's fast, simple, and offers immediate relief. Meanwhile, 10 people preferred body massages and just 4 people choose the roll-on method. Lastly, 0 responded for the mixed other oil method, therefore that method is not shown on the chart. Overall, this visualization helped us conclude that ease of use and immediacy are key factors in choosing how to apply medicated oil.
Next, let's look at where respondents usually purchase medicated oil. As you can see from the bar chart, pharmacies such as Guardian and Watson are the most popular option, with 30 respondents choosing this. Coming in second are grocery stores or supermarkets with 11 respondents. Online shopping was selected by only 2 respondents, while traditional Chinese medicine shops and sales booths like those at events or roadshows had just 1 respondent each. This shows that physical retail pharmacies are still the most trusted and convenient places for people to buy medicated oil, while online and alternative sources are much less common. Moving on to affordability, we analyzed the data using R to create this density plot. Most respondents rated affordability at 3, 4, or 5, with rating 5 being the most frequent. This indicates that a majority of people perceive medicated oil as highly affordable. Only a small number gave it a rating of 1 or 2, which means a very few people think it's expensive. Overall, the perception of affordability is strong and positive among users, which likely contributes to its popularity.
Moving on, this density plot shows how respondents rated its effectiveness on a scale from 1 to 5. The highest density is at rating 4. In simple terms, density represents how concentrated the responses are at each rating. So when the curve peaks at 4, it means that a large portion of people give that rating. In fact, 24 out of the total responses. This tells us that the most users find medicated oil is effective. We also see a small density bump at 5, where 11 people rated it very effective, and at 3 with 9 responses. Only 1 person chose rating 2, and there's no density at 1, which shows almost no one found it completely ineffective. So by using the plot density data command, it gives us a smooth curve that shows how the ratings are distributed, like at rating 4 in our case. Last but not least, another key finding from the survey is that every single respondent who currently uses medicated oil say they definitely plan to keep using it in the future. This trend was clearly illustrated in our pie chart generated using the pie my table command in R. This clearly reflects a strong sense of trust and satisfaction with the product among regular users. It shows that once people find it effective and reliable, they are very likely to stay loyal to it. Hence, this is a great indicator of the product consistent performance and user approval. From the data visualization, we can conclude that medicated oil is widely used and generally well regarded. 9 out of 10 respondents have used it, with headaches being the most common reasons. Furthermore, Cap Kappa emerged as the preferred brand, followed by Tiger Balm and Vicks. Most users purchase it from pharmacies and typically apply it about once a week. Respondents also find it both very affordable and effective. In terms of usage, the preferred method of application is directly to the skin rather than using a roll-on. Lastly, for the small number of people who don't use it, the main reasons were a lack of awareness and knowledge. Overall, these findings show strong user satisfaction and consistent habits using medicated oil. from the data findings, these medicated oil companies could advertise more to spread awareness about their products. And based on the results, most of the respondents say they use medicated oil to release headaches. Medicated oil can take this opportunity to use that into your marketing strategy, such as advertisement or etc. So do you guys have any questions? Don't shy to ask.